Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
Dr. Ilmi, why did you decide to quit the BJP?
Well, I've been refusing and recusing myself from all these divisive debates and this Hindu-Muslim discourse that is prevalent in the media for a long, long time. And it's exponentially just on the rise, and no other debate. I mean, it seems that there's nothing else matters in this country besides this divide. And I feel this divide will only, if you keep on discussing and debating this divide, you're going to further exacerbate the situation. Whereas the time is to talk about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas and development. There's no the narrative of development and what the BJP, and they've done some very, very good work in the last 4 years in terms of creating solid assets, in terms of whether it's building of toilets, whether it's building of roads, rural infrastructure. So they've done a lot of good work, but shying away and deviating from the development platform and just talking about divisive things, this is something that obviously is not something what I signed up for.
But to be fair, the BJP's politics has been built around an aggressive Hindutva stance. This Hindu-Muslim polarization, its divisive politics is not new. It was also something that was true when you joined the BJP. So what has changed now?
Well, when Mr. Modi was campaigning, he spoke about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. And when he became the Prime Minister, he said something very, very important from the ramparts of the Red Fort. He spoke about having a moratorium on all divisive issues in this country, so that we can all sit down together and work together and ensure that every citizen is a stakeholder as they should be. But somehow now, whenever elections come, this agenda totally changes, and now it's become the main agenda. It's like the Fringe has become the mainstream, or rather some militant sections of frontal organizations or affiliated organizations are the ones who are dictating what the agenda is. And that has overtaken. So obviously your agenda for development, the kind of work you've done, a lot of substantial work may have happened and has happened, but the message gets drowned out. So obviously there's no scope, and individuals, I mean, you can only abstain from such things. And if this is going to continue in the run up to the general elections, then obviously I don't find myself I can contribute in any fashion.
But where do you see the blame lying? Is it with the Prime Minister Narendra Modi? Is it with the party President Amit Shah? Or is it with elements like UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, who have been giving very, very provocative speeches? You know,
the tragedy is that socio-economic conditions and agricultural, agrarian distress and rural distress, lack of rural wages and incomes and all these things, this should be the real discourse in this country. But most elections, on a daily basis, there's some statement or other which is out to demonize sections of society. There could be Dalits, it could be farmers. For farmers, it's a political drama that they're doing. They're blamed with. If the Dalits are protesting, it's a manufactured protest. If the Muslims are saying something, then they're demonized and vilified further. So this process of demonization and vilification on communities and groups and workers and farmers and shopkeepers, you only end up pushing them further away. And then if you start talking about you can this Ali Bajrang Wali politics, what are you? I mean, the message that you're conveying is that you don't really care. You don't really care, and you're supposed to be sensitive because you're occupying the seat of power after having taken a constitutional oath without fear or favor to work for all sections of society. The message, your political messaging can't be that you don't want a particular section of society or a group of people who have issues that they're not welcome.
So did you make your objection to this kind of divisive rhetoric clear in the party when you were a part of it?
Whenever I've been on TV, which has been most nights, I made it very clear that this is not something that the Prime Minister wants. I made it very clear that you can't have the Prime Minister saying Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas and sections of the party or other organizations talking about a different agenda. So this is, it's been very, very clear. I've been saying it for a long, long time, and I was hoping that as we move ahead, there will be a sense that the hardline elements or people who are militant or who have this divisive, bigoted mindset will understand that the Prime Minister wants something else. But obviously, one of the most important things was when Jayant Sinha garlanded the lynching convicts, who were basically murder convicts. So it just shows that even people like Jayant Sinha had to kowtow or bow down to such elements because of pressure of frontal organizations.
But are you absolving the Prime Prime Minister then? Because you're saying he talks about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, but these other sections and elements are what talk about these provocative statements.
Who am I to absolve anybody? My concern is that you've been given the authority, the mandate, the goodwill of people to run the show on the basis of a rules-based system and follow the constitution. And if sections of people are out to trample and keep on saying things which are in utter violation of the constitution, then there should be a clampdown on these forces. You have to tell these forces where to get off. You can't continue to this exercise of demonizing vilification groups, and everything is not manufactured in this country. Dissent is genuine also. Protests can be genuine. It is genuine. People are in democracy, discourse. You have to have these protests and reach out to these people.
Right. So in these recent state elections, we've seen the BJP lost the heartland, and there has been an erosion of the urban base as well. Do you think that is also to do with the fact that a lot of the moderate urban middle class voters are now let's say disillusioned with the BJP's rhetoric and Hindutva aggression that it's displaying?
The most important thing is, has your situation improved in the last 4 or 5 years? Has your income improved? Has your security improved? Has your potential to grow further improved? Is your family going ahead? Is the education better? Is Bijli Sadak Pani better? All these issues combined. A lot of people don't have time. Religion is a very personal issue. For most of this country, the religion is a very personal issue. But if that becomes the central narrative, then obviously that means you don't want to listen to the real issues, and this becomes the central narrative. So the politicians, Arun Jaitley said a very famous thing in the run-up to the 2014 elections, that politicians often get carried away and swayed away by the propaganda and the rhetoric that is employed. They should be able to differentiate between rhetoric, propaganda, and what the real issues are. So this, I feel, has been something, and I'm sure the party should be concerned, and they will take steps.
So what next for you, Dr. Ilmi? Do you plan to join any other political outfit?
Well, I've been part of the media for a long time, and I've been a political observer, and have friends across the board in most political parties. I think I need time to do a bit of writing. I'm working on a healthcare project, and also do a bit of TV debates, and that's what
no other political ambitions as of now.
Right. Sometimes calling it political ambition is one thing, but you can maybe not have political ambitions and yet contribute to politics. That would suffice for me to say that ambitions is one thing, but political thought, employment of the political thought, these are more important for me.
Right. Well, your sister, Ms. Aijaz Ilmi, continues to remain with the BJP. She is, of course, a very active face on television and as a spokesperson. Does that make things slightly difficult in the family or in the party for her, for that matter?
Not at all. I respect and love all my siblings, and they have a full right to be where they want to be and do the kind of politics they want to do. Everybody is welcome, and the whole idea is that we should respect everybody else, and definitely I do respect and love my siblings wherever they are.